Hey everybody, John Abdo here. I'm back. Just a different part of the park today. Normally bad hair day, bad hat day. I had this kind of like hat was smashed. I can't get out the wrinkles, but you can see my Imadura mark right there, my Imadura mark right here. These are old clothes, but you don't want to dress up too nice because it's hot. I'm perspiring, which is real healthy, breathing heavy, and it's a little dirty and dusty, but it's really fantastic being out in Mother Nature. Hey, you know, I always talk about the Imadura lifestyle. It's just not all about the physical. It's about the emotional, intellectual, mental, because to do something, you have to think beforehand, because action precedes thought. And the more conditioned you become at making right decisions, the better things you do, for yourself. So at the beginning, I remember once saying that, the do not diet, for instance, takes 2 weeks to get accustomed to. If you stick with it, and it just keeps getting better and better from there. Why? Because you've been doing it, and you've been thinking about it, negotiating it, maybe you're wrestling with it at times, agreeing with it at other times, and you do it. And if you don't do it 100%, you're doing it some percentage, but at least you're doing it. And the more you understand it or benefit from it, it just creates more enthusiasm and motivation, and that propels the cycle. But it's all driven from what you think, how you think. So in rock climbing here, I learned so much because there's so many obstacles. Everything is a challenge. But I come out here intentionally to challenge myself. Life has its challenges. So the more you do something, the more you think about it, you develop a behavior pattern that automatically switches on these neurotransmitters that communicates with your body. And then you do it. And when you do it, you get committed to it. You see the results from it. You understand it. You believe in it. Finally, you believe in it. You're not taking just my word for it. You're taking your word for it. And when you make those decisions, it strengthens your character, it strengthens your decision-making ability, it strengthens your quality of life, and it gives you confidence not only for today, but hey, I'm a better decision-making person, which means not only is my day going to go more confidently than if I wasn't in this healthy, emotional, intellectual state of mind, but it's going to be tomorrow, because what you do today manifests tomorrow. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm always proud of you just for doing it. So I'm going to say, well, I'm not doing it all the time, but I do it when I can, when you can. If you can, do it when you can, instead of doing something else when you have that time when you can. Hey, high five, thanks. Thanks for being a doer when you can. It's not like you have to do this obsessively all the time, because most people, unless you're an athlete competing for competition, rules and regulations are totally different for them. And I train coaches and athletes for Olympic competition, for professional competitions, and their discipline and dedication and commitment and adherence to the principles must be locked in. But you have a life to live. Whether you have a family, you're going to school, you have a business, you have aging parents, I've gone through that. And when you have a life to live, you have to spread your energies evenly throughout all the different roles and tasks and responsibilities that you have. And then you include fitness and eating and activity as part of that. And fitness, especially with the Abdo, it's easy, it's relaxing, it's elongating, it's decompressing. It really helps to energize your body, which gets me back to the low resistance factor. When you get on the Abdo, you start moving and go, there's not a lot of resistance here. We're used to, I got to strain a muscle. Oh yeah, I feel it. But that heavy resistance has a tendency to make the muscles bigger. It's what they call hypertrophy. So why would you want to get in the Abdo and move every single muscle 360 degrees around the core middle region of your body, your back, your spine, your obliques, love handles, your frontal, upper and lower abs? Why would you want to put stress to those muscles? Because they're like any other muscles in the body. They're going to have a tendency to enlarge. So it's advantageous for some athletes, but for those of you who want a body shape, who want to get that symmetrical taper between your upper body and your lower body, and connection is in the midsection, train your midsection with low resistance, but dance. Sit down on the abdur, do all these different motions, and just the motions alone are going to activate all those different muscles 360 degrees as you're doing it, combining everything all at once. So I'm jumping from topic to topic here because I'm outside, and it took me about an hour to get to this point right here, right now, and I just had a lot on my mind, and I just wanted to say hi to you guys, tell you I'm proud of you, and keep thinking positively. And the more that you discipline and keep yourself motivated to the principle, the more the principle becomes you. That becomes your habit. That becomes your behavior pattern. And the more the good habits become you, you're developing good habits, and bad habits are just need to be twisted into a different way of thinking and acting. And as a result of that, you're so much more confident. So the Abdur's motto, the I'm a doer motto, is you think it, you say it, and you do it. A lot of people think it, oh, I'm going to go on a diet, or I'm going to start taking care of myself, start eating better. But they really don't talk about it. And they talk about it, they're certainly not doing it. Some people think about it and say it, think and say, hey, guess what, I'm going to go on a diet, or I just started a diet, but they're really not doing it. They're not giving it everything that they should be giving it. So when you think it, say it, do it, you have all those three emotional attributes in harmony with one another, in synchronization. All three congruent become a successful outcome. So you only get better and better and better. The Abdur is not a short-term process. It's been sold in the marketplace now since 1997, so it's over 20 years right now, and it's part of an overall plan. Stay committed, dedicate yourself to you, and I guarantee you'll continue to get great results. I'm going to go back to some climbing here and get away from these flies and these bees. It was great catching up with you. We'll talk again soon, okay? See you. Oh, shucks, I forgot something.